Sorry? Okay, apologies. So, what we'd like to talk about is the initial World Championships in 2022, when this was initially brought about. There was a number of concerns from boxers, coaches, indeed the medical team, medical staff, the ringside doctors, regarding these two boxers in particular. Blood tests were taken, a gender test was taken as it was during the Women's World Championships in 2022 in Istanbul. At that point, I'm just going to highlight here. So on the 17th of May 2022, the results were the blood tests were taken by a lab known as System Tip Laboratory in Istanbul. We can give the license numbers out so you'll be aware of that, and the results from there were issued on the 24th of May. Okay. The tests were taken, and the results, I'm going to discuss this shortly, the results that were brought out were inconsistent. So, further to which, there's been a number of questions as to why, but we came about to the next female championships was taking part in 2023. So there is a time gap, but the reason for that is because we wanted two tests. So there's two tests required, not one, but two tests. Time gap between, and then to the next World Championships, which was taking place in India. Okay, so we go to the female World Championships that took place between the 15th and 26th of March. Both boxers entered the championships, and at which point, on the 17th of March 2023, both boxers were asked to take a further blood test. That happened, and on the 23rd of March, the results came through, and it demonstrated the chromosomes that we refer to within the technical and competition rules that make both boxers ineligible. And that was then further ratified by the BOD, our board of directors. It was taken there.
About the karyotype. That means we want to know the karyotype, this is the biological words. We want to know if it's man or woman. This is the first step. So happened that, and together with the lawyers, we was very attentive not to make mistakes. For somebody, no doctor, to say, we don't know what is woman. Okay, if you don't know, ask one doctor, but let the doctor speak.
The IBA press conference that took place in Paris has seemed to expose the fact that Imane Khelif was considered a man after medical testing. Now, the IBA, the International Boxing Association, had their head, their CEO, a doctor, and another individual at a hastily arranged press conference, which was incredibly chaotic and probably one of the most chaotic press conferences I've ever seen in my life. However, there were a few conclusions that came out of this discussion, which was that prior to two separate events that took place, there was medical testing on Imane Khelif and Lin Yun Ting. Imane Khelif of Algeria, Lin Yun Ting is from Taiwan. The first test that was conducted was inconclusive, meaning that they could not be definitely defined as female. The second test was conclusive and determined that they were absolutely not female. They were in fact males. At the press conference, the people who spoke did not want to go into detail due to privacy laws and probably corporate policy as well, so they didn't seemingly want to delve into the scientific and medical details about the particular case. However, the tone, theme, and the conclusion was that these athletes should have been in no way competing against females in a boxing competition, especially due to the level of danger involved, because of course men are physically different from females, and there's a high risk of harm whenever you are boxing, given the musculature differences, given the difference in fast twitch muscles, speed, etc. Even punching power. Punching power of a man is considered to be more than 100 times more powerful than a female. This is based on studies that have been conducted. So therefore, that is why it is incredibly important that if what the IBA is saying is true, it should have been released to the public, and it should be known by the Olympic Committee. And the IBA stated they told the Olympic Committee. So I expect that this conference is going to create another firestorm in the future. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.